Part 1. Crazy Sex or Stupid Sex? Kinky and corny. The honest reason I wrote this book.
For over a decade, I've been giving a lecture on human sexuality in the largest classroom auditorium we have on the Christian college campus where I teach. And every year, with 200 students present, I start the class with this sentiment. When it comes to sex, there's a lot of crazy thinking. I'll pause long enough for students to wonder where I'm going before giving an example. How many of you had cornflakes this morning? Dozens of hands shoot up around the room. And did any of you consider the fact that you were eating a food that was developed in an effort to curb your impulses to masturbate? Looks of puzzlement give way to giggles, followed by a crescendo of side comments that fill the room for an inordinate amount of time. I walk the lecture stage until the buzzing dies down, and my bemused students give me their attention in exchange for an explanation. It's true, I tell them as a large box of cornflakes slowly emerges on the giant PowerPoint screen behind me. They were developed by a physician in Battle Creek, Michigan, who wrote that neither the plague, nor war, nor smallpox, nor similar diseases have produced results so disastrous to humanity as the unhealthy habit of masturbation. He felt that this self-abuse destroyed not only moral well-being, but physical and mental health as well. The solution? Cornflakes, naturally. His name was Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. He created a mixture of oatmeal and cornmeal, baked it into biscuits, then ground the biscuits to bits and prescribed them to diminish the human sex drive, even among married men. Why? He believed sexual activity caused cancer, urinary disease, impotence, epilepsy, and insanity. He also claimed that masturbation was a primary cause of acne, heart disease, atrophy of the testicles, sleeplessness, loss of vitality, and vision impairment. Pretty good reasons not to skip breakfast, don't you think? Charles William Post did. He was one of Kellogg's patients who quickly spotted the commercial possibilities and started his own cereal business. The cornflake race was on. First there were Post Toasties, then Corn Kinks, I'm not making this up. No fewer than 42 varieties appeared on the market in the late 19th century, but Kellogg's cornflakes became king. By the way, Dr. Kellogg's doom and gloom views on sexuality couldn't help but impact his honeymoon. That's when he began writing the eventual 644-page Plain Facts for Old and Young, a warning on the evils of sex. He and his wife of more than 40 years had separate bedrooms all their lives, not surprisingly. What is surprising is that some of Dr. Kellogg's views on sex are still held today, even though cornflakes survive because of their taste rather than their health benefits. In our contemporary culture, we still have lots of crazy thinking surrounding sex. The difference is that it's focused more on self-indulgence than on self-control. And this crazy thinking, not to mention behavior, is exactly why I wrote this book. As a psychologist who, with my wife, Leslie, has written a number of marriage books, given hundreds of marriage seminars around North America, conducted university research studies on human sexuality, and counseled countless couples about their most intimate of interactions, I've seen my share of not-so-sane thinking about sex, especially among seemingly smart men. I want you to know that because of what I have encountered, I feel compelled, if not called, to write about sex and the modern man at a very personal level. You won't find this book to be a clinical treatise or a biological exposition diagramming where you can find your wife's clitoris. Nope, this is a guidebook designed to dispel the crazy thinking and behavior that surrounds sex. This book is designed to shed light on what distinguishes crazy good sex from crazy bad sex, or normal and healthy sex from sick and dysfunctional sex. I want to help you draw a dividing line between what's common and what's kinky, what's truth and what's fiction. After all, that line has grown increasingly fuzzy in recent years. It's time we trade in folklore for facts and dispel the myths and illusions men have about sex. I'll tell you straight out that I'm making some assumptions about you. To begin with, I assume you are monogamous. I assume you're living a relatively balanced life, that you're not living on the sexual fringe. I assume you are a rational man with good, solid values. And it's precisely because you care about being a good man that you experience sexual struggles. Other men don't care to try.